Collective. How's it going? I hope everyone's doing okay. I swear, like, my voice was not messing with me until I decided to come on. So, kind of weird. But I'm going to do things a little bit different. I'm going to let the dice tell me what sign we're going to be reading about today. So let's see. Let me call in my spirit guides. Okay. Okay, all right, just leave them out. I'm coming. All right, go inside. I'm coming. Go lay down. Sweet baby. The puppy woke her up. Okay. All right, let's see what sign we're going to be reading for. It looks like we're going to be reading for Virgo. Virgo. Where'd it go? Right here. Okay, let's get kind of like an idea of what's going on, what the Virgo collective are dealing with at this time, why we have been guided to do a Virgo reading. All right. Okay, what is going on? Thank you. Okay, it looks like there's some form of action that either you or somebody else is needing to take. Like I said, this reading is for the sign of Virgo. What does Virgo need to know at this time? What message do you have to tell them for Virgo? Tell me more for Virgo. My goodness. So just to get the energy of the overall energy of what's going on with the Virgo collective, I'm seeing that there is need for balance whenever it comes to the way you guys communicate with others. sometimes saying less is actually saying more in this kind of sense. So there's a need to moderate when it comes to what you put out there when it comes to your renewed foresight. There's some sort of renewed foresight that you have accomplished. I can't make it up. And okay, so there's a need to find balance in how much you disclose to others, because people tend to hold a grudge when it comes to your accomplishments and the possibilities that come your way. These people are very curious, as you can tell, to the things that you've discovered, especially when it comes to law of attraction, manifestation, and how you need to be in a stance of bravery and a place of gratitude, especially whenever you're wanting to implement good things into your life. So like I said, this is for Virgo. I rolled the dice and that's what came out. So somebody's living fast. Okay, I'm getting here that there may be someone may be realizing that they've been out here living the fast life, creating some sort of turbulence or just any kind of like mischievous act, when really this person should be possibly home nurturing some sort of situation. Okay, tell me more for Virgo. Yeah, your intuition is telling you this. Yeah, your intuition is telling you about your perception, about the way you're viewing things. It needs to change. I just said it needs to change. Look at the bottom of the deck. Change. Yeah, this is your inner calling, or this is your calling right now, that you need to go through a rebirth when it comes to being in alignment with your relationships and officially receiving that support and guidance that you may be desiring. Okay, let's get into the tarot. I just wanted to see what was going on in the energy. Okay. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Okay, what's going on with the Virgo collective? What's going on with the Virgo collective? What is it that you need them to know? Okay. Last shuffle. I saw the Eight of Wands, so something could be coming in pretty quickly for you, Virgo. That's a possibility. Okay, what should Virgo be expecting? Or what is it that they need to know? Why did you call Virgo to the stand or to the table? Hey, how are you doing? I'm glad you're here. Oh, so this may have something to do with an Empress or a Divine Feminine, possibly. Or this could be you stepping into your Divine Feminine, leaning more towards your nurturing side and your beauty and creativity rather than your masculine side, I'm getting. Yeah, but by not conforming and thinking for yourself, you're getting ready for some sort of change when it comes to there being strings attached in regards to some sort of greedy situation or loan or possibly money situation. Okay, let's see. What did you need to tell Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is a lack of growth. So I'm getting, there could be a group of Virgos that feel a little bit stuck or just kind of feel like time is standing still. There may be some things that continue to pop up in your environment that are becoming almost like hurdles to jump in regards to you going throughout your path and ultimately moving through it like in a flow state, not so much in a flow, smoothly, but instead I'm seeing there may be a group of Virgos that could, it may, I mean, this is not, I'm not saying that this is the energy that's consuming everything. This is just the first energy that came out, which is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And this is just talking about a lack of growth, someone feeling a little stagnant or as if their efforts have not been recognized, or there's a lack of effort. Yeah, but you feeling this way, I'm getting, is something that you are not really open about, or you possibly have kept this to yourself, this lack of growth. I mean, if you really think about it, that's not really something that we go around, you know, talking about or boasting about or just really even mentioning our moments of lack, you know, even though it's very much on the forefront of our mind. So with the High Priestess here in the reverse, I'm getting this is something that you are keeping hidden. Yeah, with the Three of Cups, from some sort of collaboration, from some sort of relationship, some sort of family dynamic. There's something going on that, or marriage, because after that we have the King of Pentacles, which is an ultimate provider. So you are keeping this energy of regression not like a secret. Yes, you're keeping it hidden. You're not being vulnerable about that information. Okay, tell me more. What's going on with Virgo? Ooh, we have 7, 7. So we have 7 of Pentacles, and then we have the 7 of Swords. So 7 of Pentacles in reverse, and 7 of Swords in the upright. Now the 7 of Swords in the upright is, I feel out of breath. You could possibly feel like things aren't what they seem to be. Okay, so I'm getting that when it comes to possibly your financial state or your worth, where people are viewing things to be very moving forward, deep down you could be experiencing feelings of like aimless and bogged down, but it's not what it seems. So it looks like somebody just lost interest in betraying you or wearing some sort of mask. Hey, stop it. Stop. Okay, tell me more. What else is going on with Virgo? Okay, we have the Tower. It came out in reverse and then whoop, in the upright. So a reckoning is coming, some sort of shocking event, something that's gonna be a sudden change. A Queen of Wands. This is someone who's confident, who has courage, visionary. So it looks like there's gonna be a sudden change, or a Queen of Wands is about to experience some sort of chaotic upheaval or sudden change. Okay, yeah, I'm getting that there may be a Queen of Wands who is experiencing a lot of upheaval within their relationship due to their partner not putting in the effort that is needed when it comes to two people meeting in the middle. It looks like somebody is getting feeling a little, let's see, lack of effort, stagnant. So feeling like things are not moving within the dynamic, and so there's some sort of sudden change that's going to come towards good to their relationship if it looks like there's a lack of growth and someone's being deceiving or somebody's, yeah, that's what. And then we have the Death at the bottom of the deck, which is external change. So in order for there to be external change, there has to be internal change first, especially if it's genuine. So there's I'm thinking of like somebody going through an ascension or an awakening, something that will trigger them to find a different kind of viewpoint on a certain situation. The Death card could represent a new start, ending. Alright, tell me more. What else is going on with Virgo? We have the Two of Wands, and we have New Moon. So, the Two of Wands is pretty much visualizing a certain opportunity that you may have in sight, or kind of like in store for yourself. It's like you're getting ready, you're visualizing things, you're planning for the future, you're considering things that may come along the way, and you're making crucial decisions at this time. No, around the next new moon, which is gonna help you manifest your desires even more. So just by you being in this energy of visualizing and discovering and future planning is like really gonna kickstart this new cycle for you and set the intention of the direction that you're trying to germinate. That's beautiful. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is out of the woods. This is you looking ahead. You finally receiving the energetic courage when it comes to kickstarting your recovery. This turning point that you're going through, where you're having to pick up all the pieces and rebuild from scratch. This is something that you've had to accept. Tell me more. What else is going on with Virgo? We have the Three of Swords in reverse. Beautiful. Tell me more. And we have the World card in the upright. Okay. So it looks like you have come to an end of this big chapter, and you have achieved and you are integrating this new perspective that you may be embodying, but also this energy that holds a place within you where you're able to release things easier. You're able to see the not that big of importance in small things, to where you choose your battles in a more mature and strategic like way, I guess you would say. So overcoming sorrow is the Three of Swords in reverse. Compared with the World, this is an end of a chapter. So you are ending a chapter of allowing your broken heart and your depression really create a lot of blockages in your life for quite some time, is what I'm getting. Yeah, and we have the Strength here at the bottom of the deck. This talks about invisible forces working on your behalf, okay? This is talking about having confidence and belief within yourself that you can persevere whatever adverse situation it is that you find yourself in. This is all about personal power. This is like digging deep and really finding the potential that you have to really transmute and transform something, you know, into something so beautiful. Yeah. Okay, tell me more. What else is going on for Virgo that they needed to know about? We have the Ace of Pentacles. You have an offer coming in, a stable offer, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So when it's in reverse, it talks about karmic lessons, having to being in some sort of cycle that's beyond your control to an extent, because until you are able to stop the cycle, then you can say you're in control. But with it being in the reverse, this is talking about karmic lessons, upheavals, challenges, external forces. But compared with the Ace of Pentacles, so maybe this is just a side note. We have the King of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck, which talks about being unpredictable, which is ultimately beyond your control. And this has something to do with some sort of new beginning. When it comes to possibly someone's admiration for money, and then the Devil behind that in reverse, which is an unhealthy habit pattern, marrying for money. Okay, let's see. What else? Tell me more for Virgo. We have summer solstice, which is the pinnacle of success. And the King of Cups, which is emotional mastery. Someone who is very centered within their heart space. This person is very emotional balanced, highly intuitive. I'm seeing that around the summer solstice, there's going to be a peak of success for this King of Cups. Now, if this is you, if you're feminine and this is you showing up in your masculinity, I see you mastering your emotions sometime around the summertime. And you have invisible forces that are helping you with the Strength card. So it's almost like with the lessons that have been learned here and the recognition of a cycle that's changing, coming to a full change, we have the Fool in reverse. Okay, so someone's holding back, someone due to lacking faith. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so the Ace of Wands can talk about a passionate start, not just in a romantic situation, but this can also talk about like a passionate beginning towards an endeavor, towards a place that you want to go to, towards a relationship. But whatever passionate start that may be in the air or in the energy, with the Fool in reverse, this is talking about somebody holding back because they're lacking faith within this new passionate start. We have the Nine of Wands in the upright. This is actually a test of faith. This speaks of endurance, determination, faith, holding the line, persistence, maintaining something. That is most definitely a test of faith. Tell me more. We have the Magician in the upright, the pre-manifest. So somebody's planning, establishing a clear vision. Their thoughts are starting to become into things. We have the Ten of Cups. So the Magician in reverse. So someone is planning for a longevity, a legacy within like a fairy tale ending whenever it comes to a relationship or a family dynamic. And then with that comes the Five of Swords, which is Aquarius. This talks about this person not playing by the rules. So someone not being so nice, someone who has but you are being protected by invisible forces at this time with the Strength card at the bottom. Yeah, this person is very hostile towards you. They're causing a lot of conflict. They are like, could be abusive and like plot twisting. But I see you walking away from this. You're walking away, you're releasing what no longer serves you, you're shedding the old so that more new can come in, or there's just no more, there's nothing else here for you to further excel in your passions. But then this also came out, so I'm gonna take it as a clarifier. It's the Two of Swords, which talks about someone being frozen. Someone being frozen. No. Frozen with indecision. So someone who is unclear about the path that they're going down or which path to take. So this is being kind of like at a crossroads, or being in two minds about some sort of family feud. Okay, so having to walk away from some sort of family dynamic that is no longer healthy for you. It's actually very hostile, and you having to release this emotionally unfulfilled situation and let go. However, you have been at a crossroads for a long time when it comes to inheriting this family feud. And then we have the Devil in reverse, which talks about unhealthy patterns. This could be physical or emotional abuse, negative karmic connections, toxic codependency. Hey, puppies. Puppies. Enough. Please. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, what else do we have for Virgo? During the autumn equinox, prepare for change. There's going to be a need to express gratitude during that time. When it comes to those that have been an active listener in your life, those who have actually in some way, shape, or form have had your best will at heart. Yeah, these people, this is the Queen of Pentacles. These people are recognizing that you're busy, savvy, that you have some sort of like impeccable taste. You could be very grounded, so this is pulling in a lot of energy. That may require nurturing. Ten of Swords, as I say that, changing the outcome. Yeah, people are coming to you to help them regenerate their relationships, to reconcile them, to learn how to repair, and to learn how to have a cutoff game, to learn how to move on. That's Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, tell me more, just a few more for Virgo, and we're going to close it out. We have the Death, so external change, complete renewal, abrupt change, total overhaul. This could be a breakup. And then there's a Ten of Wands in reverse. Lay your burdens down, readjust, release. Get your priorities straight, delegate responsibility, prioritize yourself first when it comes to this death, this complete renewal. I'm getting prioritize yourself. And it looks like you are lining yourself up to be swept off your feet with the Knight of Wands in the upright. But I'm getting that this connection may be one-sided. Subservience, being undervalued, strings attached, non-conforming, divine feminine. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Okay, what else is going on with Virgo? The King of Swords. This is someone who's like very much mind over matter. And then we have the Three of Wands. Okay, so it looks like there's a need for balance. Okay, big changes are coming with the solar eclipse. So there's some sort of cosmic trigger has been a catalyst for change. You finding your inner truth has been a catalyst for change, which has caused some sort of transformation in regards to there being some sort, with the Three of Wands in reverse, I'm getting like a blocked like one of your gifts being blocked. Yeah, the Hermit, soul searching, enlightenment, guiding light, contemplate. We go into hermit mode. This is spiritual mastery. We go into this place to find the answers because they're within fairness and balance. So there was a need to have balance when it came to being detached and the truth. There's a need for balance when it came to possibly procrastination. Okay. I want to pull a few cards. Let's see. What it isn't good for, absolutely nothing. Sing it again. All right, what does Virgo need to know at this time? Okay, I was gonna say that earlier, legal matter with the King of Swords, but we have legal here. So there may be some Virgos that may be dealing with some sort of legal situation. Okay, it says, I'm not going to use that one, I'm sorry. We have protected by divine forces. That reminds me of Bastet. Wait, is that a dog or a cat? No, that's, oh, it looks like a dog. Okay, so it looks like you don't have much to worry about when it comes to some sort of legality, because I mean, you have protection. We have Gemini coming out. What else do we have? This flashlight is giving me aha moment. Giving me, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Having clarity. It's kind of like the Ace of Swords. Feeling secure, guidance, enlightenment, understanding, clarity, discovery, investigation, seeing the light, metaphorical way of describing a spiritual awakening, shift in uncertainty, illuminate something hidden, unclear, or lost. Holy Spirit, divine guidance helps clarify spiritual truths. Seeking help, SOS. Oh, so there may have been a Gemini who was seeking help and their call has been answered. This could have been a Gemini, or there's just a lot of clarity coming through, especially with this moon in Gemini. Yep. Raven, about being able to see through illusions. Raven, to me, birds in general like represent messages coming through, but Raven, this talks about this talks about like magical intuition, messages, patterns, like synchronicities, guidance, insight. So it looks like there may be a, just take it how it resonates. Maybe you may be in a legal dispute when it comes to a Gemini. And this may be saying that, Virgo, you are highly protected. You see and you've done all your investigation on this Gemini. And you have paid close attention to your intuition and the downloads you have received from your ancestors and your spirit team. So, or it could be talking about, hey, there's a legal matter here. Somebody is divinely protected and has done their investigation and has followed their divine path. They have followed their intuition. Whatever direction they have been guided towards, they follow. Okay, boundaries are needed. There's a lunatic on the loose. Uh-oh. So, what I'm getting is that was one message. I'm getting that the raven is coming in to make you aware of a threat, a possible threat about this lunatic, and trying to enlighten you or deliver the message to you that, hey, now is the time to start enforcing some stronger boundaries here in this situation. Yeah, you could be trying to navigate some sort of crazy family dynamic. You may have a lunatic in your family. I'm getting more so that the person that is working against you may be drowning in some sort of emotion during this time. Your slate is being wiped clean. All right, I pulled it out. It says denial, but it's in reverse, so I'm gonna take it that way. And let's say that you are fully aware of this. Just a couple more for Virgo. I said something about someone being tested, and it says this is a test. And I think it's the way one treats someone. It says the universe is testing you. Someone is testing your limits. Teach people how you treat, how to treat you, and potential to relapse. This is a test. It should say time is a test. Adrenaline. Okay, so someone must be racing against time. Adrenaline is like a roller coaster ride, ups and downs, good and bad, rush of feelings, euphoria. I know exactly where this goes or what's going on. So, like I said, with the High Priestess, you know exactly what's going on with this situation, whoever this resonates with. Excuse me. I'm not going to use that one. That was a personal one. This came up in the upright. Someone has good intentions. So the way I pulled it out was like this, but it says fake high priestess, but it was in reverse. So I'm getting that someone has a good intent who may be a high priestess, who's being viewed as a fake high priestess. And it says it came in sideways, so there's a need for balance because their mask is starting to slip. And this is something that you have finally awakened to. Something you're starting to realize with key. Okay. So that's what Virgo needed to hear. Holy shit. What is that? Okay. Hold on one second. All right. Everybody doing good? There's spirits everywhere, all over this place. It didn't surprise me. I swear, like, I don't, something's different, but I noticed, I was in the bathroom, and where the bathroom is at, it's angled in a position to where you can kind of get a glimpse of the kitchen. And I literally saw in my peripheral this tall person walk from the dining room into the kitchen, and knowing that my youngest daughter's the only one in the living room, you know, from that direction. So I saw it clear as day, and I don't know. Sometimes I have to be like, sometimes I question myself. I don't question my faith. I don't question my faith. But sometimes I question, you know, if I actually saw it or, but I don't believe in coincidences. Yep. Potentials. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, let's see. What other deck? Let me just get a few lighthearted messages for Virgo before we close out. Oops. Since Raven came out, I got this feather deck. It's about different types of birds and what they represent and stuff like that. So if you see one of their feathers, you have a better understanding of maybe what the message is that may be trying to find you, or just a simple reminder. All right, what does the Virgo Collective need to hear? It says, hummingbird, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. Okay, what else does Virgo need to hear? We have Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all your resources to create your dreams. That's right. At the beginning of the reading, it was talking about your renewed sense of self, hope, your the things that you have finally put to rest. Don't lose sight of that. You're moving forward. Hold on to that confidence. Ostrich, the choice is clear for you now. Follow the wisdom and truth you feel in your heart. What else for Virgo? Meadowlark, smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. For Virgo. A magpie, reevaluate your priorities. It is time to let go of what you no longer need. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Finch. New opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. Very beautiful. Full of possibilities. That's what it sounds like to me. Okay. Excuse me. To see who you're dealing with, I'll pull a couple of letters. We have P. This could be first, middle, or last initial. We have N. We have C. We have H. We have T. I was just reading what we had so far. We have T again. We have I. So far we have pinch, like somebody pinched you, or maybe you may have felt that. We have D. Somebody ditched you. Another H. Z. L. 3 H's now. S. I think there's a W. Shit. Yeah, because that would be an M. The other one is W, but we're going to use this as a W. There's child here. That's pretty much it. There's not really any nouns except the I. Okay. So if any of those may have resonated for you, or if you're a Virgo, or if you know a Virgo, for some reason, this L was sticking out to me. I don't know if L was already said, but it was sticking out to me. So if L was said, then there's 2 L's. 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 And I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. For you guys that have stayed and liked the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All the likes, all the comments, all of them go noticed, okay? And they are cherished and they're recognized. Um, yeah, until the next reading, I'll see you guys. All right, bye.